हेलो very good afternoon. Welcome to Testbook Super Coaching for Regulatory Bodies. कैसे आप सब लोग? शुरू करेंगे आज के सेशन को, शुरू करेंगे आज के इस लेक्चर को, जहाँ पे वीकली करंट अफेयर्स एमसीक्यूज के ऊपर हम लोग बात करते हैं. सो एवरी वीकेंड, एवरी सैटरडे वी हैव दिस सेशन. 12 बजे से सेशन हमारा स्टार्ट होता है और जहाँ पे we are discussing some important MCQs from the general current affairs part, so that we are covering every Saturday. So I'll start with the session. I'll start with the today's lecture, but before going to start that, if you have any questions, any queries, or any kind of doubts, so please let me know in the comment section. Again, before going to start this, if you have any queries, जैसे मैंने आपको कहा, मेंशन किया था, एक बार कमेंट सेक्शन में डाल दीजिएगा. अदर देन दैट, my audio and video is clear or not, please tell me in the comment section that आवाज सही से आ रही कि नहीं आ रही. प्लीज एक बार वो कंफर्म कर दीजिएगा. By the way, this is a telegram group from where you can follow me. आप यहाँ से मुझे फॉलो कर सकते हो आपके आने वाले सेशंस, as well as you are going to get the information about the new sessions, as well as the notes will be also available. By the way, Monday to Friday on the banking YouTube channel, we are conducting one session related to the government schemes. So the Yojana Show, the name of the YouTube session is called as the Yojana Show, and this Yojana Show you will find Monday to Friday 12 p.m. on our banking YouTube channel. So Super Coaching Banking. Okay, so on that YouTube channel you will see this session. So through that you are going to get the information about the government scheme. Other than that, we have the RBI Grade B badge going on, and for the RBI Grade B notification will come soon. That is the information we have right now. So for that purpose, we have a special batch. So in 7699, you can enroll into this batch by using the coupon code PUSHPAK. So this will give you a very good discount. So don't forget to enroll into this batch. Okay. Yes, guys. So first question is on your screen. I will discuss some multi-statement questions, and also will discuss some simple question also. Yes, guys. With reference to the non-banking financial companies in India, consider the following statement. When it comes to the non-banking financial companies in India, consider the following statement. NBFCs are regulated by the Reserve Bank of India under RBI Act of 1934. Unlike commercial banks, NBFCs are not permitted to accept the demand deposits. Infrastructure finance companies and asset finance companies are classified as a type of NBFCs. So the question is regarding non-banking financial companies. So which of the following is correct about this? How many statements are correct? So many of you mentioned that only 2 statements are correct. Answer of this question is all the statements are absolutely correct. Yes, NBFCs are also regulated by RBI under RBI Act of 1934. Okay, yes, that is a factor over here. Remember one thing, under RBI Act of 1934, second schedule is a different concept. If your bank is being created under second schedule, there's a different concept. Okay, that's altogether different concept, but the regulation, the inspections, the supervision for the NBFCs comes under RBI Act of 1934. Other than the second schedule, and that's why first statement is absolutely correct. Okay, second statement is also correct because only the time deposits, or the for example, we have the deposits named as a FD as well as RD. So these are the concepts we have. So ये भी एक major factor यहाँ पे होगा. And then we talked about the infrastructure finance companies, asset finance companies, loan companies, investment companies, microfinance companies. So all these types of institutions comes under the NBFC category, and that is another major factor. Yes, the DICGC support is not provided to NBFC, that we know. And due to that, many students are getting confused. Many students are having the wrong mindset that it won't come under RBI Act of 1934, but it does come under the RBI Act of 1934. So keep that in mind. Okay. So again, a very important point. It is the NBFCs are registered earlier under Companies Act of 1956, but now under the Companies Act of 2013, because we have new Companies Act, and under that NBFCs are working these days. Okay. So easy question, kind of a conceptual question focused on the, because recently I will discuss that question in this session only. Recently our shipping minister recently launched one new NBFC which is only going to focus on the shipping industry, and that's why I asked that question. Yes, guys, next in front of you, International Space Station was in news recently. So the question is related to International Space Station because first time Indian went to International Space Station, and we all know about Shukla ji. So we'll discuss about that part, but there is a static information about International Space Station. So it is the largest habitat artificial satellite in low Earth orbit. It orbits the Earth in an east to west direction. It completes an orbit around Earth every 90 minutes. So what do you think about this? Answer of this question is statement 1 is correct, statement 2 is incorrect, and statement 3 is correct. It means 2 statements are correct here. So largest habitable artificial satellite in low Earth orbit, that is the right point. Okay. The International Space Station orbits the Earth in the west to east direction, not to east to west direction. That is another factor which was wrong. And ISS completes orbit around Earth every 90 minutes, traveling a speed of 28,000 km per hour. Now, can you tell me, China also created their International Space Station, because this International Space Station was created by USA with the help of some Western countries. Even Russia was the part of this International Space Station, but now Russia decided to part away from this and they are going to create their own International Space Station. So China also created, they also started working with the International Space Station. So what is the name of their space station? Yes, Tiangong is the name of their International Space Station. Absolutely right. So recently, Subhanshu Shukla sir makes the history, become the first Indian who went to International Space Station. First Indian citizen who went to International Space Station, I will say. So Peggy Whiston, then Subhanshu Shukla as the pilot, then Vinsetsky as a mission specialist, and Tibor Kapu as a mission specialist. They went to Axiom 4 mission to International Space Station. We all know about that. When it comes to Subhanshu Shukla sir, 39-year-old Indian Air Force group captain, he is serving as a pilot in this Axiom 4 mission, and the first Indian to reach ISS, first Indian citizen, I will say. Then the first Indian pilot of international commercial space flight. And in 1984, Rakesh Sharma sir did the same thing, become the first Indian who went to space with a Soviet mission, Soyuz T-11, and now Axiom 4 we have. Now when it comes to this Axiom 4 mission, so this 4-member team, they went to the International Space Station. So keep that in mind. Marks India's entry to routine human space flight. Okay, that is the first time India. Now Gaganyaan program, we are having Gaganyaan program next year. So before that, this will be the very big thing. Then we have the moon missions by 2040. For that, it will be really very helpful, and young minds towards space science will get attracted, as well as India's stake in global space economy. ये भी थोड़ा boost हो जाएगा. So India's presence will be really crucial when it comes to this scenario. Now, what kind of experiments this team is going to perform in the International Space Station? First, muscle cell regeneration. That study will be, means zero gravity पे muscle cell regeneration कैसे होता है, इसका study होगा. Then mung and methi growth. So testing Indian crops can grow in the space. That is a major factor. So crop growth कैसी होती है space में? So mung and methi growth they are going to check. Then edible microalgae. Edible microalgae space food को check करने के लिए. Then टैरिड ग्रेड सर्वाइवल, वो कैसे सर्वाइव करता है नहीं करता है वो चेक होगा. देन टच एंड गेज इन माइक्रोग्रेविटी, इसका भी टेस्टिंग होगा, स्पेशली आई मूवमेंट्स का टेस्टिंग किया जाएगा. देन सीड्स इन स्पेस, के स्पेस में सीड्स जनरेशन या सीड्स ग्रोथ कैसी होती है ये भी चेक होगा. एंड डायबिटीज इन ऑर्बिट, सो टेस्टिंग ग्लूकोज मॉनिटर. So even insulin dependent people can become the astronaut. In future, if someone is having type 1 diabetes, someone who is taking insulins, okay, so they can also travel to the space, they can also become the astronaut in future. तो ये भी checking होगी. देखो, when we are giving the exams which are officer level exams, the thing which everyone knows, that is Axiom 4, everyone knows about that. So everyone knows about the Shukla sir, his background, everyone knows about that. Okay, even a small kid of our country knows about this thing. The thing they literally want to ask sometimes as an officer or the officer level exam will be these things. Like what kind of experiments this team is going to perform, for what experiments they went there. When it comes to Indian agriculture, what crops we are going to test in the space, that matters a lot. And that's why when we are studying for the exam, especially for the officer level exam, we should have the understanding about such kind of things. So keep this in mind. Okay, this is really very important. That's why कभी ना हम एग्जाम में जाते हैं तो हमें लगता है ये कहां से पूछ लिया, हमने तो एग्जाम फॉर इंटरनेशनल स्पेस स्टेशन की सारी इंफॉर्मेशन रट ली थी, पढ़ ली थी, but examiner will give you a surprise and those surprises will be like this. So keep this in mind. This will be really very important. So you won't get surprises. You are going to absolutely mark in a wonderful manner. So that will be the factor. Okay. I'll go to the next question. With reference to Lakhpati Didi initiative, consider the following statement. Lakhpati Didi initiative was in news recently. By the way, this initiative was launched 2 years back by the government of India. It is implemented under Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, National Rural Livelihood Mission. Lakhpati Didi is defined as a self-help group member earning at least 1 lakh annually through sustainable livelihood activities. The income of Lakhpati Didi must be sustained over at least 4 agriculture season or the business cycle. Recently, what happened? Our Skill Development Ministry and Rural Development Ministry, they came together to provide some skills. So that the Lakhpati Didi, this particular campaign should be implemented properly. And for that purpose, there was a news. Now, all the 3 statements are correct. Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, under which Ministry of Rural Development launched Lakhpati Didi initiative. Okay, Lakhpati Didi is an SSG member earning 1 lakh or more annually. Okay, that's why statement 2 is also correct. And yes, sustain over at least 4 agriculture seasons or a business cycle, that is 10,000 per month on the average. Hence, statement 3 is also correct. So all the statements are correct. Now, why it was in news recently? So our Skill Development Ministry and the Rural Development Ministry, they came together and launched one campaign in which the new kind of skills like AI oriented skills, so all those new kind of skills will be provided to the women, okay, especially women, so that this Lakhpati Didi can get successful, this initiative will get successful, and that is a major purpose, and it was in news. So we discuss in our regular current affairs session. If you remember, जो मेरा सुबह का 9 AM का session लेते होंगे, if you remember, we discuss about this news. So depending on that news, this static question was in front of you. Okay, I'll go to the next. Standing committees of Parliament. If you remember, we recently discussed about the estimate committee. There was a news in PIB. There was a news in Press Information Bureau regarding estimates committee. There was a conference in Mumbai. The estimate committee members, the state estimate committee members, they all came together, and Om Birla sir was present for this conference. So focusing on that news, the static question is in front of you. Standing committee of the Parliament. So estimate committee, public account committee, committee on the public undertakings. So just give me the answer of this question. How many committees given above are elected by both the House of Parliament? Means the Lok Sabha member as well as Rajya Sabha member will be there. Answer is only 2. Okay, only 2. ध्यान दीजिए. Estimate committee only consists of Lok Sabha members, not Rajya Sabha members, whereas public account committee consists of both Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. Committee of public undertaking consists of both Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. Now these committees are created by the member of parliaments. So member of parliaments will be the part of this committee. Estimate committee is having responsibility to check that how much funding is being spent or what will be the future estimate. Then public account committee is going to check in very detail that there should not be any kind of corruption. And public undertakings is all about the government companies, government institutions for that purpose. So out of these 3 committees, the public account and the COPU, Committee of Public Undertaking, consists of members of both the houses, that is Lok Sabha as well as Rajya Sabha, whereas estimate committee is only having the members of Lok Sabha, that is a factor. Okay, so we discuss about this in our current affairs lecture. Another question, Strait of Hormuz. Strait of Hormuz was in news because of Iran and Israel conflict, and Iran's cabinet announced that the Strait of Hormuz will be closed. But now the problem is being resolved step by step. But still, the question can be asked regarding the Strait of Hormuz. Okay, चलो बताइए मुझे. It connects the Red Sea with the Gulf of Oman and is approximately 200 km wide and its narrowest point. It carries about 20 to 25% of world's total oil supply and serves as a significant route for India's crude oil and LNG? Answer of this question, it connects Persian Gulf and Gulf of Oman. It connects Persian Gulf, that is Arabian Gulf, and Gulf of Oman. There is no concern of Red Sea. Red Sea वाला concern यहाँ पे नहीं आ रहा है. Okay, तो यहाँ पे concern आ रहा है Persian Gulf and Gulf of Oman. This is a Strait of Hormuz. ये Strait of Hormuz है. Okay, यहाँ पे ईरान है. You can see UAE over here. Okay, so बहरीन, कतार, कुवैत, so इन सारे countries का जो oil transportation है वो यहाँ पे आता है, and that is a major factor over here. Okay, so statement 1 is wrong. Statement 2 is correct. That's why whenever I teach दिस काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स, जब भी हम कोई इंटरनेशनल चीजें डिस्कस करते हैं, मैं मैप इसीलिए दिखाता हूं, मैप से मैं हम इसीलिए पढ़ते, बिकॉज दैट विजुअलाइजेशन विल बी इन द माइंड, दैट विजुअलाइजेशन शुड बी देयर, अदरवाइज मिस्टेक्स विल बी देयर. सो दैट्स व्हाई कीप दिस इन माइंड. सो जब भी आप किसी इंटरनेशनल चीज की बात करते हो, डिस्कशन करते हो, गो थ्रू द मैप्स. Maps will literally help you. Some people think it will take some time. Why to see the map? It will be for the UPSC, etc., etc. Maps is only for UPSC. Who told you? If Prime Minister of India is going to some country, so just go on the Google map, check the country, check the surrounding. That visualization will literally help you. Same for this. Strait of Hormuz was in news. Of course, we should know about that because India's oil dependency is very much on this particular. So you can see 20 to 25% of the world's total oil supply, approximately 20 million barrels per day, pass through this. Really very important. 40% of India's crude oil import and 54% of LNG import pass through this point, and that's why for India this is a very, very important news, very crucial news. So that's a factor. Okay, fine. I'll go to next news. Sustainable Development Goals. Recently there was a ranking. There was a ranking published under Sustainable Development Goal, and for the first time, India is in top 100. 99 is a rank of India. So focusing on that current affairs news, the question is in front of you. The concept of sustainable development was first defined in the Greenpeace Commission report. Rio Plus 20 laid the foundation for the Sustainable Development Goals. The Global Sustainable Development Report assesses progress every 4 years. Okay. Now, the statement 1. Okay, we'll talk about statements point by point. First of all, we have 17 Sustainable Development Goal. In 2015, 193 UN members decided to implement this agenda till 2030, which we all know about. So 17 Sustainable Development Goals with 169 targets. Okay. In 2015, these goals was given by 193 UN members together, so focusing on 2030. Now, Brundtland Commission report was there, and focusing on that report, this concept was created. So statement 1 is wrong. In 2002, Johannesburg Declaration Rio Plus 10. Okay. So they come up with this concept. So earlier there was a Millennium Development Goals, and then there was a Sustainable Development Goals. Okay, so in that way things being presented. So keep that in mind. Look, again I want to tell you one thing which is very important. Current affairs is important, no doubt about that. Everyone knows about this, that more than 70%, more than 80% questions are coming from current affairs. But sometimes they take the news and they ask some basic questions like this. Okay, or what are the questions I have discussed till now? All those questions are by taking reference from the current news and asking questions which are kind of a knowledge oriented question, and that is a mindset they have. So that's why current affairs depth is more important, is more crucial while preparing. So ये थोड़ा सा ध्यान में रखिएगा. Okay, now I will discuss simple questions. Now I will discuss straightforward questions because जितने डीप क्वेश्चंस हम डिस्कस करते, पब्लिक का फीडबैक आता है कि बहुत डिमोटिवेटेड लग रहा है, कहां से आ रहा है, हमने नहीं पढ़ा था. सो आई विल try to manage the balance. So I discussed some difficult multi-statement question. Now we'll discuss some simple questions from the current affairs of the last week. Okay. Yes, guys, I will move forward. 15th meeting on the Empowered Task Force on Ganga Conservation, where the key progress under Namami Ganga program was reviewed. A new ecological initiative were launched. The answer is very simple. If you know who is the Jal Shakti Mantralaya minister, you are going to be having the answer of this question, because Jal Shakti Mantralaya comes in the hands of CR Patil sir. CR Patil sir is Jal Shakti Mantralaya minister, and Ganga conservation, Namami Ganga, everything comes under this Jal Shakti Mantralaya. So yes, answer is CR Patil sir. Absolutely right. So kind of a common sense based question, I will say. Okay. So he launched a Riverthon 1.0, a national hackathon in collaboration with Amity University. That can be another question if they want to ask something difficult. They will give the name of CR Patil sir, who is a minister, but they can ask Riverthon, okay, which is a hackathon for the Ganga rejuvenation or the river rejuvenation with the help of Amity University. So keep that in mind. Okay, I'll move forward to the next question. Yes, guys. Which organization approved the acquisition of equity shares in Akash Educational Service Limited by Manipal entities? Which organization approved? Look, sometimes we see that this company's shares purchased by some another company. One company is having acquisition of another company. We saw this news. Okay. Examiner is very much interested about asking question exactly whose permission is required to handle these things, or whose permission is needed to handle these things. Yes, answer is Competition Commission of India. Remember one thing, either it's a bank or any company, whenever there is an acquisition of companies or purchasing of the shares, the approval is always required from one institution called as a Competition Commission of India. Competition Commission of India is kind of a regulatory body to keep watch on such kind of transactions. It comes under Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Nirmala ji is the minister. So under her ministry, this institution works. Was established in 2003. Ravneet Kaur ma'am is right now the head of Competition Commission of India. So yes, they are responsible. So this institution was established in 2003 by the Parliamentary Act of 2002. So it's a statutory body having responsibility to keep watch on such kind of acquisitions or purchasing of shares. Okay. Again, I will tell you one thing. Many students, they are mugging up these things, that कौन सी institution ने किसके shares खरीदे. Many people are going for this part. Examiner is not interested, because almost every week one or the other company is going to purchase shares of another company. There will be mergers, there will be acquisitions. Humanistically, it is not possible to remember all those companies and that their data. Okay, so don't misguide your studies. The major focus will be asked on which institution is responsible to give permission for that. Okay, of course, if the financial institutions will be there, the permission of RBI, permission of SEBI, permission of IRDA will be there. Okay, of course, because if bank is there, RBI's permission, NBFC will be there, RBI's permission. If any institution related to the stock exchange or capital market, SEBI will be there. Any institution of insurance, the IRDA will be there. But the permission of Competition Commission of India will be always there, no matter who is the regulator. So keep that in mind. Okay, we'll go to the next question. As a part of its effort to improve member services, what new financial threshold has the Employees Provident Fund organization set for auto settlement of advance claims replacing earlier 1 lakh? Now, auto settlement concept was introduced during COVID-19. EPFO, Provident Fund. So under Provident Fund, the money should get very easily and very fast forward manner. This auto settlement concept was established by EPFO during COVID-19. Okay. Earlier, the limit was 1 lakh. Now the limit is increased up to 5 lakhs. So if someone wants to claim the advance claims, so auto claim facility is also there, and that is a factor here. Okay. Keep that in mind. Credit information companies are also regulated by RBI. Yes, absolutely. Also regulated by RBI. Yes, Prernaji. So again, we saw about this. The 5 lakh is a new limit we have. Again, originally it was introduced during COVID-19 pandemic. That time it was introduced, especially focusing on illness, education, marriage, housing. That was a factor. Okay. Now in 24-25, the record 2.3 crore advance claims through auto settlement, that is 161% increase from the previous year, with 59% of all such claim settlements via the mode. So this will be the very, very huge success story, I will say. So ये भी थोड़ा सा ध्यान में रखिएगा. Now 3 days will be the crucial important factor. 3 days will be the really crucial important factor. In those 3 days, this will be provided. Okay. Now, this is a simple question focusing on axiom 4. We discuss a difficult part. We discussed the difficult part. Now, this is the easiest question in front of you. The question is, ये lift off कहां से हुआ है? From where this axiom 4 was launched? Not from India. Of course, it is not launched from India. It is from NASA's Kennedy Space Center, Florida. यहां से इसे लॉन्च किया गया. इंडिया का कोई रिलेशन ही नहीं है. Okay, so A is not the answer of this question. Absolutely not. Of course, SpaceX played a vital role while launching this. NASA played a vital role. So it was launched from the Kennedy Space Center, Florida. So keep that in mind. Okay, move forward to the next question. Which state has created history by becoming the first state to adopt Android-based e-voting system for its urban local body elections? So for urban local body elections means for municipal corporation election, the first state who adopted e-voting system. So Bihar's state election council, so Bihar state election committee decided to introduce e-voting. Okay, ये हमारा जो national level का election commission है, उसका decision नहीं है, ये बिहार के state election commission का decision है. उनके द्वारा डिसीजन लिया गया that e-voting will be there. So again keep that in mind. Okay, ये अच्छे से याद रखिएगा. When it comes to the Lok Sabha elections, Rajya Sabha's elections, that is indirect election, president elections, vice president elections, the elections of the state assemblies, the elections of the state councils, all these elections are handled by the Chief Election Commission, which is at the central level. Okay, when it comes to the elections of Gram Panchayat, elections of Panchayat Samitis, Municipal Corporation, these elections are handled by the State Election Commission. So this decision comes under the Bihar's State Election Commission. So also keep that in mind. Okay, I'll move to the next question. Which organization launched innovative Pratibha Setu initiative platform with an aim to helping top performer in its prestigious exam, those who cleared stages but miss the final selection, find the suitable job opportunities under government department, PSUs, private companies, etc. So those who cleared the stages but not able to clear the final cutoff, those who cleared all the stages but not able to clear the final cutoff, for them Pratibha Setu is being launched. Can you tell me the full form of Pratibha? Can you tell me the full form of Pratibha? If you know, please mention that in the comment section. हमने अपने current affairs के lecture में उसके ऊपर बात जरूर की थी. Yes, UPSC introduced this concept for the first time. So those who cleared pre, mains, and they also got the qualifying marks in interview, but unable to clear the final cutoff. For them, this Pratibha was introduced. So professional resource and talent integration bridge for hiring aspirant is the full form of Pratibha. Now examiner will be more interested in this because everyone in this country knows that Pratibha Setu concept launched by UPSC. They will ask the question about Pratibha's full form. So keep that in mind. It will be really very important. It's a beautiful thing created by or launched by UPSC. Kudos to them. Okay, so this will be really very, very important. My YouTube lectures are on the banking super coaching. मेरे YouTube lectures आपको banking super coaching में दिखाई देंगे कि will be from 9 AM every day 9 AM from Monday to Saturday. But for that you need to enroll into banking super coaching. वहां पे आपको enroll करना पड़ेगा. Then only you will be able to see this. Not on the YouTube, is on the paid batches. Who has officially released the book titled The Emergency Diaries? Years that forget a leader, a compilation of highlighting Prime Minister Narendra Modi's personal experience and underground activities during the emergency. Samvidhan Hatya Divas. So, yes guys, give me the answer of this question. Answer is very easy. Can you tell me Samvidhan Hatya Divas we observe this day on which date? Which date? The date please mention in the comment section. Okay. Answer of this question is Amish Shah sir. Okay. He released this book. There should not be any kind of other comments and the statements about this because there are so many political mindset around this particular day, but we are not going to discuss about any kind of political comments and the statements around this. So please keep that in mind. Okay. Yes, 25th of June every year we observe this Samvidhan Hatya Divas. We all know about that. Okay, that's a very easy part. 50 years we have completed. Yes, Article 352 of Indian Constitution was responsible for this national emergency in 1975. Okay. Anyways, I will move forward to the next question. In which city Khelo India University Games will be held? Also tell me the name of the universities. Also tell me the name of the universities, because the Khelo India University Games will be organized by the universities. Okay, that will be the another factor. So मुझे universities के नाम भी बताइएगा. Yes, of course, Rajasthan is going to organize this Khelo India University Games, and Purnima University and Rajasthan University, these two universities will be the host of this. So we discussed this under PIB. हमने इसको PIB के अंदर डिस्कस किया था, प्रेस इंफॉर्मेशन ब्यूरो के अंदर हमने इसकी बात की थी. And Khelo India University Games are really very important. So Rajasthan for the first time is going to organize this. So two universities will be there, Purnima and Rajasthan University. So keep that in mind. Okay. Now another thing. 4,000 athletes from 200 universities are going to participate. Okay, this is the 5th edition, because first time this was organized in 2020. Last year, Chandigarh University was the winner. Lovely Professional University, 2nd place. Guru Nanak at the 3rd place. So Chandigarh University was the topper of this university games. And last year, it was organized by 7 northeastern states. So last year, Assam, Arunachal, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Sikkim, Nagaland, Tripura, they all together organized university games. This time only Rajasthan is going to organize. So through 2 universities of Rajasthan, Purnima and Rajasthan University, and last year winner was again Chandigarh University. Let's see who is going to win this year. That will be the factor. So answer of this question is B, Jaipur. Okay, I'll go to the next question. Which government organization has recently transitioned from physical dossiers to electronic dossiers to accelerate recruitment process, improve data security, enhance communication efficiency, support environmental sustainability, and eliminating paper usage? No. Read the question carefully. Question को अच्छे से पढ़िए. Answer of this question is SSC. SSC. IBPS is already digitalized. IBPS is already digitalized. The new question is different. Question is different. The news regarding IBPS was different, and this question is different. The IBPS news which we have discussed was regarding voluntary use of Aadhaar card. Voluntary use of Aadhaar card. That was the news which we have discussed. eKYC was the news under IBPS. eKYC was the news for IBPS. If Aadhaar cards are not available, because voluntary point was mentioned, so eKYC concept was there for the IBPS. The news is regarding the digitalization of the whole process, and IBPS already did that. This is a time for the SSC, so keep that in mind. कभी कभी क्या होता है, हम ना सेम टाइप की न्यूज पढ़ते हैं तो कंफ्यूजन्स कई बार बढ़ जाते हैं, that's why revision is the most important factor. Okay, anyways, I will move forward. What edition of Pragati meeting did the Prime Minister Narendra Modi chair recently? Which edition of Pragati meeting? Pragati meeting is a very, very important. If any one of you knows the full form of Pragati, please let me know in the comment section. अगर आप में से कोई प्रगति का full form जानता होगा तो एक बार comment section में जरूर डाल दीजिएगा. Yes, 48th meeting was there, Pragati. Proactive governance and timely implementation. This is the full form of Pragati. In Pragati meetings, Prime Minister of India basically asked the secretaries of different ministries and different state governments and asking them ki bhai, how the yojanas are implemented, what is the progress of government schemes. In these meetings, no minister will be there except Prime Minister. No other minister will be there. Secretaries of different ministries, secretaries of different states, they will come, and PM will ask them the questions regarding the different government schemes. For example, this time, infrastructure projects in the mining, railway, water resources. Okay. Other than that, healthcare. Okay. That is Ayushman Bharat scheme. The discussion was regarding that. So these are the discussions they are usually conducting. So yes, Pragati meetings started from 2015. Proactive governance and timely implementation. We'll go to the next question. The next question is related to cabinet announcement. Recently, there was a cabinet announcements, and depending on those cabinet announcements, the question is in front of you. Total financial outlay approved for implementation of revised Jharia master plan. Jharia is a place in Jharkhand. This place is very much famous for the coal mining, very much famous for the mining. So for the development, for the social development, for the infrastructural development of this mining area, how much outlay is being announced by the government of India? The announcement is of 5940.47 crore. That much amount is being dedicated by government of India for this. Again, this is a Jharia coalfield. This area comes under Jharkhand, and already this area is very much exploited, and that's why for rehabilitation, for handling fire, for development, for sustainable livelihood generation, all the fund will be used by the government of India. So keep that in mind. Okay. Again, livelihood grant of 1 lakh will be provided. Credit support of 3 lakh will be provided so that the livelihood will be given. And amount we already discussed. This comes under the Jharkhand. So that is a factor mentioned by the government of India. Okay. No, there won't be any class of mine because I am going to conduct the paid classes today. So I'm having multiple paid classes. So there won't be any YouTube class today. What is the major milestone will the Titan Space Mission 2029 achieve for Janvi Dangeti? Janvi Dangeti is a Indian astronaut. She is going to represent India in the Titan Space Mission in 2029. Yes, the first Indian astronaut, I will say, the first Indian astronaut on the Titan space mission. Okay, and that space mission will be in 2029. Under this space mission, US-based space mission, and for 5 hours she will be in the space. For 5 years she will be in the space, and in those 5 years the crew will orbit the planet twice, experiencing 2 sunrise and 2 sunsets, and achieving nearly 3 hours of the continuous zero gravity for groundbreaking scientific research. So that is a factor over here. Yes, answer is very, very simple. C is the answer of this question, guys. Very good answer. I'll go to the next question. क्या इसका आंसर कर दीजिएगा. In which city the Union Cabinet approved the establishment of International Potato Center for South Asia Regional Center? Okay, so recently under cabinet meeting, this was decided. International Potato Center's headquarters is in Peru. Its international headquarters is in Peru, but for South Asia region, the one office will be created in India, and that office will be in Bihar. Yes, absolutely, that office will be in Bihar. So Agra, Uttar Pradesh, it will be created. So Singhna, Agra, Uttar Pradesh, this office will be created. Again, the International Potato Center's head office is in Peru. Keep that in mind. In 1975, this institution was created. India is always a member of this institution. Now they are going to create the office, the regional center in India, and will be in Agra, Uttar Pradesh. That's it. Yes, guys. So I will go to the next question. On which expressway has India unveiled its first ever artificial intelligence powered advanced traffic management system, a landmark initiative that features real-time surveillance, dynamic traffic monitoring, automated enforcement at resolving the road safety, and smart mobility across the nation? Yes, guys, क्या रहेगा इसका आंसर? Yes, answer is Dwarka Expressway. Dwarka Expressway. So for the first time in our country, AI powered advanced traffic management system will be implemented in the Dwarka Expressway. Obviously, accidents ना हो, ये major focus यहाँ पे रहेगा. Now, few questions back, I talked about NBFC. Why I discussed about NBFC? The reason was also given by me that recently a first ever dedicated NBFC for maritime sector was announced. Okay, and it was also registered under RBI because NBFC is obviously registered under RBI. Now, the what is the name of this? That is a question in front of you. Answer is Sagarmala Finance Corporation Limited. Sagarmala Finance Corporation Limited. It was inaugurated by India's Port Shipping Inland Waterway Minister Sarbananda Sonowal sir, and for the first time dedicated NBFC created for the maritime sector. So that is a major factor for us. Okay, so keep that in mind. Earlier it was called as Sagarmala Development Company. Now it is called as a Sagarmala Financial Company Limited. So that will be the major factor over here. So they are going to support financially, they are going to support for different types of institutions. Okay, I'll move forward to the next question. In which Indian city, state will the country's first quantum computing valley be launched in Jan 2026, aiming to advance research, innovation, and industrial growth in quantum technology? Yes, guys. We already have National Quantum Mission, and under National Quantum Mission, Hyderabad, sorry, not Hyderabad, sorry, Amravati. Amravati will be the first city. Amravati is right now the capital of Andhra Pradesh. Earlier, Hyderabad was the capital, but now capital is being changed to Amravati. And under National Quantum Mission, we are going to develop this. Okay, so that is a factor over here. So that's it. I will move forward to the next question. In which Indian state will the 2029 World Police Fire Games be held? World Police Fire Games will be held in 2029 in which Indian state? Multiple cities will be there. Multiple cities are going to organize. Yes, answer is Gujarat. Gujarat is going to host this. So Ahmedabad, Gandhinagar, and Ekta Nagar. These will be the three places where World Police Fire Games across the will be organized. And for the first time, it will be organized in India. Now, in 2023, Canada. It was organized in Canada. In 2025, it will be in Birmingham, US. Okay, now Birmingham is also in UK and also in USA. There is Atlanta. Under Atlanta, there is a small city called as a Birmingham. So remember that, because many of the people are going to make a mistake, because Birmingham is also in UK, but we also find in USA. Then Perth 2027 will be in Perth, Australia, and 2029 will be in India. Ahmedabad, Gandhinagar, as well as Ekta Nagar, and that is a factor over here. So keep that in mind. So World Police Fire Games will be held. Next, which Indian state has received approval for its first nuclear power plant under India's new nuclear energy mission? In the budget 2025, Government of India talked about India's new nuclear energy mission. Okay, small reactors we are going to create. So under that mission, the first state where we are going to establish our small reactors, answer is Bihar. Again, under new nuclear energy mission, this mission was launched during the budget 2025 regarding the small modular reactors. So under that small modular reactor, Bihar will be the first state where they are going to establish this. So keep that in mind. I'll move to the next question. Who has been elected as the next president of Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank? AIIB, Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. So who has been elected as the new president of this institution? Answer is Zhou Jia. Okay, Zhou Jia will become the new president of this institution. Now, when it comes to the Asia Infrastructure Investment Bank, okay, again a very, very important institution. Jin Liquin was the head earlier, but now the new head, and the new head is Zhou Jia. So ये question exam में पूछ सकते हैं. Under the Jin Liquin's presidency, India benefited a lot. Okay, a lot, no doubt about that. Zhou is from sorry, if we'll talk about the Zhou, okay, Zhou was a Chinese vice minister of finance and now is going to be the head of Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank was established in 2016. Okay, India is a member of it. India is a founding member of this group. So 110 members are there. And India and China, these two countries plays a vital role for this institution. And Chinese ministers are basically, you can see that as a president of this AIIB. That's it. Next. Which city hosted the 25th meeting of the Central Zonal Council? Zonal Council is always headed by the Home Minister of the country. Always. There are zonal councils. There are Central Zonal, Western Zonal, Southern Zonal, or the North Zonal. So zonal councils are always headed by the Home Minister, and it was recently organized in Varanasi, and Home Minister of India was the head of that council. That's it. I'll move forward. Zonal Council कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल कंसेप्ट है, तो यूपीएससी लेवल पे थोड़ी ज्यादा डिस्कशन उसके ऊपर होते हैं, बाकी तो हम आगे बढ़े तो बेटर रहेगा. 417 crore electronic manufacturing clusters being developed in Uttar Pradesh. Where they are going to develop this electronic manufacturing cluster 2.0. Electronic manufacturing cluster, this concept was originally established in 2012. Okay. Then after the Modi government 2.0 concept was launched, and recently government of India announced that 417 crore electronic manufacturing cluster will be developed in Gautam Buddha Nagar, Uttar Pradesh. There they are going to develop this electronic manufacturing cluster. Again, EMC, this scheme was originally launched in 2012. After Modi government, 2.0 concept was launched, and under that concept, this new thing will be established. I'll move forward to the next question. What is the title of third edition of Niti Aayog's quarterly insight series Future Front, which was launched recently? Yes, guys, give me the answer of this question. Niti Aayog's quarterly insight series called as a Future Front, जिसको recently launch किया गया. Answer of this question is C, India's data imperative and pivot towards quality. So data management को लेके ये launch किया गया था. हमने अपने PIB के सेशन में डिस्कस भी किया हुआ है, करंट अफेयर्स के सेशन में इसके ऊपर बात भी की थी हमने. So yes, it was launched recently by the Niti Aayog. Bajaj Markets has recently joined which digital commerce initiative to enhance its marketplace offering? Bajaj Market ने recently कौन से ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म को ज्वाइन किया है? One online platform is very famous. Every commodity based company, service sector based company, agriculture based companies becoming the part of this online platform called as ONDC, Open Network for Digital Commerce. ONDC comes under Commerce Ministry. So yes, recently Bajaj Markets become the part of this particular group. Okay, we'll go to the next question. What is the full form of recently launched Navya initiative, which aims to empower young adolescent girls through vocational training under Vikasit Bharat 2047 vision? We discuss about this, not directly about this, but the question was discussed depending on this. लखपति दीदी के अराउंड हमने बात की थी. लखपति दीदी वाला कंसेप्ट यही है, empowering young adolescent girls so that they should get the skill education, vocational training. So Navya concept was launched recently, nurturing aspirations through vocational training for young adolescent girls. That is the Navya concept which was launched recently. Under this concept, 16 to 18, that is the age group. Okay, so the two ministries were involved. One was our rural development ministry was also involved, as well as the ministry of skill education was also involved, and they started this concept recently. So recently 27 districts across 19 states, okay, and focusing on aspiration and the northeastern district, that is another factor mentioned by the government of India. Okay, I will move forward. What is India's rank in 2025 Sustainable Development Goal? Just now we talked about this also. हमने इसके ऊपर भी बात की थी. हमने Sustainable Development Goal का static part discuss किया था. What is India's rank? So India's rank is 99. First time India is in top 100. That is an achievement we have. So that will be the question for the exam point of view. Report uses 0 to 100 scale, measures the progress on the 17 Sustainable Development Goal, with 100 indicating the full achievement. 100 shows the full achievement. Okay. However, globally only 17% of SDG targets are be made by 2030. तो ये भी एक फैक्टर यहाँ पे याद रखिएगा. अब थोड़ा सा बात करते हैं डिटेल में. India's neighboring country like Bhutan 74th rank, Nepal 85th rank, Sri Lanka 93rd rank. Only Bangladesh and Pakistan are lagging behind. China's score is also very good. Okay, so ये भी एक फैक्टर यहाँ पे ध्यान में रखिएगा. When it comes to India's growth, देखो, the report warns that the global SDG progress is stalling with serious setbacks in press freedom, obesity, नाइट्रोजन सस्टेनेबिलिटी, बायोडाइवर्सिटी, करप्शन परसेप्शन. यहाँ पे काफी ह्यूज हमें झटका बैठा हुआ है, तो ये भी ध्यान रखिएगा. ठीक है, चलो क्लियर है. आई गेस इट इज क्लियर फॉर यू. आई विल मूव फॉरवर्ड टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. No, other countries ranks they are not asking. It is for the preference. Obviously the topmost countries rank will be there. Sometimes they ask the which Indian neighboring countries are above India. That can be the question. Ranking won't be asked, but which neighboring countries are above India, that can be the question for you. Okay. Recently, in a major financial governance move, Odisha government recently removed 3 prominent private sector banks from the list of approved banks for handling state government businesses. Okay. The decision was taken because of the bank's underperformance for implementing the government scheme. So three, HDFC, ICICI, Axis. Look, government, any state government can have the tie-up with the banks, either the government banks or the private banks, for the implementing government schemes, for implementing some government policies, state government policies. But these three banks, they were not able to implement properly, and that's why Odisha government decided not to become a part, or not to participate, or not to allow these banks to participate regarding the government schemes. Okay, now people are having misunderstanding about this, really huge misunderstanding. Some people are spreading the information that these three banks are not going to work in Odisha. ऐसा नहीं है, ये बैंक ओडिशा में काम करेगी, पर ओडिशा गवर्नमेंट के साथ मिलके जो काम चल रहा था वो इंप्लीमेंट नहीं होगा, वो काम नहीं किया जाएगा। बट बैंक्स को ओडिशा में काम करने से कोई रोक नहीं रहा है। सो अननेसेसरीली मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग लेके मत चलना, नहीं तो बड़ी दिक्कत हो जाएगी, बड़ी प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी। नेक्स्ट, as a part of latest expansion drive aimed at improving banking accessibility in semi-urban and the rural areas, Bandhan Bank announced opening 18 new branches across 4 Indian states like Jharkhand, Andhra, Bihar and Odisha. Among these, which state are going to get the highest Bandhan Bank branches? Example of financial inclusion, case study of financial inclusion. So Jharkhand is going to get the highest branches. Okay, so Jharkhand is going to get the 7 branches, then Andhra 5, Bihar 3, Odisha 3. Okay, of course this bank belongs to West Bengal. The headquarter of this bank is in West Bengal. Okay, West Bengal is already having huge spread of Bandhan Bank. But the question was asked regarding these new branches. These new branches maximum will be in Jharkhand, and that is a factor which is mentioned here. Okay, Parth Pratim Sen Gupta recently become the new MD CEO of the Bandhan Bank. ये भी ध्यान रखिएगा। Fino Payment Bank Limited was recently penalized by the RBI for violating specific regulatory framework outlined by the central bank. Which of the following framework did the bank violate, leading to imposition of 29.60 lakh monetary penalty? तो कौन से रूल्स फॉलो नहीं किए फिनो पेमेंट बैंक ने? आंसर इज प्रायोरिटी सेक्टर लेंडिंग गाइडलाइंस, PSL गाइडलाइंस के एंगल में यहाँ पे सही तरीके से काम नहीं हुआ है, ये मेजर फैक्टर यहाँ पे मेंशन किया गया है। Who has been appointed as a brand ambassador of the World Para Athlete Championship 2025? Yes guys, last 3 questions. Who has been appointed as the brand ambassador of the World Para Athlete Championship 2025? Yes, Kangana Ranawat, she became the brand ambassador. Government of India announced that she will be the brand ambassador for World Para Athlete Championship. This championship will be organized in New Delhi from 26 September to 5th of October, and near about 100 countries athletes are going to participate in this. So it will be a very good and very big announcement. So keep that in mind. Okay. Yes. Tripura became the 3rd Indian state to achieve fully literacy, surpassing 95% benchmark set to become by the Ministry of Education, following Mizoram and Goa. The state now has a literary state rate of 95.6%. So after Leh Ladakh, Mizoram and Goa, the 4th स्टेट एंड यूटी। ओके, अगर केवल स्टेट की बात करें तो 3rd स्टेट बन जाएगा, अगर यूटी को भी इंक्लूड करते हैं तो 4th इंस्टीट्यूशन बन जाएगी। ओके, यस, द नेम ऑफ द स्कीम इज उल्लास। उल्लास इज द नेम ऑफ द स्कीम, उल्लास न्यू इंडिया लिटरेसी प्रोग्राम। द फुल फॉर्म ऑफ उल्लास इज understanding lifelong learning for all in the society. That is the full form of Ullas. So under that, Tripura become the 3rd state or the 4th state and UT under this category. Yes guys, where was the National Conference of Estimates Committee of Parliament and the state bodies held in June 2025? थोड़ी देर पहले हमने estimates committee के ऊपर बात की थी कि estimate committee consists of member of parliaments and those member of parliaments are only from the लोकसभा. सो आई डिस्कस अबाउट दैट, मैंने लोकेशन भी आपको बताया था एंड लोकेशन वाज मुंबई. वी डिस्कस इसके ऊपर अभी थोड़ी देर पहले बात हुई थी, तब मैंने लोकेशन भी आपको इन्फॉर्म किया था. सो यस, लोकेशन वाज मुंबई, एब्सोल्युटली. राष्ट्रपति तपोवन एंड राष्ट्रपति निकेतन recently inaugurated by President Draupadi Murmu ma'am, located in which Indian city? It is called Mumbai, not called Bombay. Keep that in mind. यस, प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया का बर्थडे था एंड प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ इंडिया के बर्थडे के दिन इन दो चीजों को लॉन्च किया गया, निकेतन एज वेल एज तपोवन। देहरादून, यस एब्सोल्युटली, देहरादून इज द प्लेस वेयर ये दोनों चीजें लॉन्च की गई, राष्ट्रपति तपोवन एंड निकेतन। इसके बारे में डिस्कस कर लेते हैं। राष्ट्रपति निकेतन की बात करेंगे तो 21 एकड़ एरिया ऑफ हिमालयस फुट हिल्स के, एंड इट कंसिस्ट ऑफ, sorry, by the way, president state was established in 1838, and in this Rashtrapati Niketan the various facilities will be available so that the people can easily visit. Now when it comes to Rashtrapati Tapovan, 19 acre forest area, okay, and in this forest area various vegetations, that is natural bamboo, then woodland ecosystem will be there, different plant species and the bird species, butterfly species will be also there. So ये तपोवन and निकेतन, ये दो चीजें हैं। निकेतन is having historical background because it was established in 1838 during the British government, okay, and the तपोवन is having the environmental background, तो ये भी थोड़ा सा ध्यान में रखिएगा। okay, I'll move forward. In which Indian city did the Google inaugurate its first safety engineering center in the Asia Pacific region, aiming to enhance cyber security, protecting users from online fraud, promoting responsible AI development? First safety engineering center of Asia Pacific region, and that will be in Hyderabad. Yes, recently Telangana's chief minister was present while announcing this. So Google inaugurated its first safety engineering center for Asia Pacific region. Means it also includes Australia, it also includes New Zealand and other Asian countries. So for Asia Pacific region, the office or the headquarter will be in Hyderabad, which is a very, very big news. So keep that in mind. Prime Minister Modi flagged off the export of India's first made in Bihar diesel locomotive from the Marhora plant. The historic export was sent to which African country? कौन से African country की बात हो रही है? 150 locomotives को यहाँ पे भेजा गया। Yes, answer is गिनिया की बात करेंगे। Conakry is the capital. Franc is the currency of this country. Franc इनका करेंसी है। और अगर आप देखोगे तो वैबटेक 75% शेयर होल्डिंग यहाँ पे, इंडियन रेलवे के पास 25% शेयर होल्डिंग है, तो इनके द्वारा इसे बिहार में मैन्युफैक्चर किया गया। अगेन ये भी ध्यान रखना, वैबटेक डीजल लोकोमोटिव प्लांट, इस प्लांट की बात करेंगे जिसमें वैबटेक के 75% शेयर है, ये प्राइवेट इंस्टीट्यूशन है, एंड इंडियन रेलवे के 25% शेयर्स है, तो ये भी एक फैक्टर आपके लिए जरूरी बनेगा। चलो आगे बढ़ते। इन एडिशन टू इंपोर्टिंग शिप्स लाइक तमाल, India is building 2 more similar frigate at Goa Shipyard Limited. What major feature of the development that reflects India's defense production goal? तमाल ये रशिया से इंडिया में आ रहा है, रशिया से शिप हम लोग ला रहे हैं, के बट यहाँ पे इंडिया के अंदर भी हम लोग मैन्युफैक्चर करेंगे। सो रशियन टेक्नोलॉजी का ट्रांसफर अभी इंडिया में होगा और इंडिया में ही मैन्युफैक्चर की जाएगी। तमाल भले हमने रशिया से लाया होगा पर इसमें भी इंडियन चीजें यूज की गई। सो तमाल इज अ क्रीवैक क्लास फ्रिगेट शिप के, जो रशिया से इंडिया आ रही है के, तुशिल कैटेगरी के अंदर, तलवार और तेग कैटेगरी के अंदर ये नया शिप हमें देखने को मिलेगा के, और जो इंडिया 1 जुलाई में इंडिया में पहुंचने वाला है, कमीशन किया जाएगा, ऑफिशियली इंडिया को हैंड ओवर किया जाएगा। सो कैलिंग्रैड रशिया, यहां पे इसे बनाया गया एंड ऑफिशियली विल बी द पार्ट ऑफ इंडियन नेवी ऑन द 1 जुलाई। अगेन क्रीवैक क्लास, ये रशियन क्लास है, और इंडिया की अगर बात करें तो हमारे पास ये मल्टीपल क्लासेस है। अब इंडिया में भी इसे मैन्युफैक्चर किया जाएगा, फ्रिगेट शिप्स को, और गोवा शिपयार्ड लिमिटेड इसे मैन्युफैक्चर करने वाली है। दैट्स इट गाइस फ्रॉम माय साइड फॉर द डे। नेक्स्ट टाइम मैं थोड़ा और मल्टी स्टेटमेंट क्वेश्चन को ज्यादा इंक्लूड करूंगा, वन लाइनर क्वेश्चन से ज्यादा हम थोड़ा मल्टी स्टेटमेंट क्वेश्चन के ऊपर ज्यादा फोकस करेंगे ताकि प्रिपरेशन और थोड़ी स्ट्रांग हो सके। ओके, अगेन आरबीआई ग्रेड बी का हमारा ऑफर चल रहा है, 7699 के अंदर आप आरबीआई ग्रेड बी का पार्ट बन सकते हैं। PUSHPA के ये कूपन कोड यूज करना मत भूलेगा। यस गाइस, दैट्स इट फ्रॉम माय साइड, विल सी यू इन द नेक्स्ट सेशन। बाय बाय, टेक केयर।